Grana Weep Ninibong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. So today we're going to talk about the Earthrise War for Cybertron version of Cliffjumper. That little bot that's always ready to kick some Decepticons right inside their turbocharger. So seeing as we've got him right inside our viewfinder, let's have a little look at the packaging. So, packaging for this guy, some awesome artwork here. Deluxe size box, obviously all the artwork that comes with these War for Cybertron line has been fantastic. This is absolutely no exception. You see him there with his massive blaster. Says that he is a deluxe size. At the top, Autobot symbol. Can't wait for that Galvatron figure to come out. I can't wait to see that. The beautiful, beautiful Earthrise artwork on the side with the art crashing down to Earth. I think every single Autobot and Decepticon that's on here has now been has been shown. So apart from, unless they're going to do a reissue of Shockwave, I think all these have now been announced, which is absolutely awesome. The back here, these are all of the steps. He transforms in 18 steps, and you can see he comes with some really cool accessories as well. And then on the bottom, just some little information. Then on the inside of this one, as always, you will get the destructions that come with him. Really nice detailed destructions there that are showing you how to transform the guy. And with this one, if anyone's seen any of my other Earthrise reviews, then you will know that the only one so far, and I've reviewed quite a few on the channel so far, the only one where one of these worked so far was on Prime, for Starscream and for Grapple. I couldn't find anything on the inside, but Cliffjumper does come with one. So you see here, bring it closer, and you can see here it says Dead Universe. I'm guessing these will work at some point. I've had a little look on the website though, and I can't seem to find the website where you input these, unless it's still on the Siege one, but I'll check that. But yeah, I can't seem to find out where to make these work at the moment. So if anybody does know, please let me know in the comments. So now let's look at the main event himself. This is Cliffjumper, and I have to say this little guy is pretty cool. He rolls really well. The car itself is obviously a little bit different to the one that we get in the G1 cartoon, so he's not fully G1 accurate in car mode, which is a bit of a break from the norm, I would say. But I really like this guy. I think this is a really nice version of Cliffjumper. I'm wondering if Bumblebee, as always, will just be a yellow version of this. But yeah, you know, you get some lovely blue glass, which definitely takes you back to the G1 days. Loving all this blue translucent glass. Obviously, we got the same with Prime. On the back, this is just a plastic. There's no translucentness on the back there. You've got some lovely paint apps and some molded detail. The underneath is just where a lot of the guy stores, and then you got the Autobot symbol on the bonnet and some molded detail and paint apps on the front. He rolls really well, but what's actually quite cool about this figure, I'll just move this down slightly, is that a lot of his accessories actually work with the car mode as well as the robot mode in a different way. So he comes with, for a deluxe toy, he comes with, I hope I haven't lost any of it. He comes with quite a lot of accessories that all fit together and can be used in different ways with the car mode, which is quite cool. So you've got your car mode here, and the first thing you can get is these little plastic bits, and you can just slide one in there, and you slide one in here, and then open this piece up like so. Then these two bits would need to clip into the back just here. Attach that to the bottom, and then you've got two little pegs here for this and for this, and then this is in, there we go. And then this is his water ski mode, so the wheels are obviously off the ground, and this is going back to some of the episodes of G1 where we saw him bust out some water skis and actually be able to drive across water, which is really cool, which makes me wonder, with a couple of these figures, you've seen a lot of harkening back to certain episodes of G1 where we've seen them do things. So do you think in the Siege cartoon and in the Earthrise, which was obviously be season 2, do you think we're going to see some reenactments of some classic G1 scenes, which is why we're starting to get some of these things through on the with the toys, which I think is pretty cool. Also, obviously, this guy is compatible with other weapons from the line. He has one port at the top here. I absolutely love, at the moment, using Jetfire's weapons on other people. So he looks pretty dope there, I think, with Jetfire's weapon. And obviously, you can add in some of Jetfire's pieces as well, so he looks like he's shooting out. So for comparison, if I now bring out his trusted friend Hound, and then we bring out Prime as well for comparison, you can see how he scales with the Voyagers and another Deluxe. So for a Deluxe, obviously he is a very small Deluxe, much smaller than even the Hound Deluxe. There you can see what exactly it is that you're getting for your money if you are concerned about price, but about size at all, sorry. But one thing that is good is, because he is a smaller Deluxe, he will fit in the back of Prime's trailer, which I don't think I've actually found another figure that will fit in the back of Prime's trailer. So that's actually pretty good and a nice little bonus there. So let's move into the transformation itself for this guy. This guy has a really nice transformation. I like it. It's quite a simple transformation, but it's really cool. First thing you're going to do is actually just remove the back here. Take it out of these two pegs that are down here. So the back comes off first of all. So essentially, yes, he is a little bit of a parts former, but only this piece, which we'll talk about in a second. Then you're going to want to loosen off the pegs here and the pegs that are here. So those two pegs, they're now loose. Lift this up and separate the arms at the top. Once you've separated the arms at the top, you can then separate the bottom piece down here. The pegs on this are actually really good, really sturdy. They hold everything together pretty well. Then fold the arms down like so and spin the body around. Once you've spun the body around, then come and work down here. Fold the tires in like so, and then fold the feet down and the feet down. So his feet down, and then the feet fold around the back to make some beautiful, beautiful looking feet there. Really sturdy big feet for him to stand up on. And then down comes that, and up goes everything else. Arms down and arms down. This then, after you've transformed him, you have a little peg at the bottom here, and he just slots in the back. In the back peg there, and there we have Cliffjumper. So let's just take a little look at the main event himself in robot mode, Cliffjumper. And yeah, he's a little smaller than your average deluxe model, but he's really, really cool. He's one of the best models of Cliffjumper I've seen in a while. You know, nice big feet there for him to stand on, super posability, lovely translucent blue here. Let's take a little look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt is cool. You've got these blue eyes. All these Siege figures do seem to have a little bit darker eyes compared to the Siege line, which is a bit of a shame, really. I would have liked him to have a bit more piercing blue eyes, but the eyes do stand out. The eyes are pretty cool. The head sculpt is great. You see a lot of molded detail there on the head sculpt. Arms, some lovely sculpt in there, done in red plastic, black hands, and then you've got lots of molded detail here around the body itself. Articulation wise, you have a full 360 on his head. You've got articulation all the way around. You've got an overextend due to the transformation on the arms. You have articulation at the elbows, and you have hand rotation here as well. So lots of articulation there. You have a swivel in and around the abdominal regions, and then you also have some lovely articulation on the legs, hips, knees, foot also is articulated as well, to the side but not backwards and forwards, which is fine by me. Lovely big feet. He can easily do the old ninja kick test, very, very easily. He can do that. Challenges with this model, I do think the guy is missing one major thing. Can anybody guess what this guy is missing? He's in robot mode and he has no visible Autobot symbols on him at all. I mean, if you saw this guy on someone's shelf, you may think he's a very good third party or KO version, because there's just no visible Autobot symbols on him in robot mode. I think he's definitely missing a massive Autobot symbol on his chest. Where is it? Oh, that's my biggest peeve with this model. I'm really which is a very small thing. Second of all, the peg here on the arms is okay, but comes out when you're you can see when you're trying to pose him, they're a little bit loose, not crazy loose, but I do find that this one especially, this comes out more than any of the others. Other things you can do, obviously this can come out. This, they say you can use this as a shield. I'm not a big shield fan, so you can use that as a shield. Things you can do if you like shields. Not the biggest fan of that, but what I do actually quite like is that on the box, and Hasbro recommend that you have the back piece this way around. I actually really like the back piece the other way around, like this. Pure and simple. That I don't know if anybody remembers kind of Goldbug and those kind of toys, but that's how the back piece went, and then it just kind of clipped over there. I know this is the front and not the back, but the back piece just kind of clipped over the front like that, and I think that just gives it a bit more of a G1 aesthetic for me. I really like it this way around rather than the other, but again, you know, you can do whatever you want with that back piece right there. So then let's bring in his accessories. So again, we have all of his many accessories. He has the weapon ports all over his body here, so you can line him up there, stick his weapons there and there should you want to, and also obviously these also fit in his little hands like so, so you can load him up that way. He also has weapon ports here on the side should you need to put them there. But the main attraction with these in the robot mode is that these weapons actually combine and transform as well. So you put one in there, those two in there together, you put this piece here like that, and then you stick one in there and another piece in there. Sorry, got that piece in the wrong way. And then the other piece can go in there like so, and he has his massive cannon here, which is pretty cool from the G1 episode where he had Megatron locked inside his viewfinder, but unfortunately he was quite a bad shot with that. Something else that's pretty cool with this is that I think that this piece, I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, but I quite like it. It opens up, and you can, I like to have it like a bit like that, so it looks like he's got some shoulder support there, and also, you know, you can, if you angle that down, you know, you'd get more support. So I think that works quite well. I'm not sure if that's the way it's supposed to work, but I think that looks pretty cool as well. So again, another classic weapon from a classic part of a G1 cartoon. Again, will this get reenacted during the Earthrise season 2 episodes? Molded on the gun, lots of nice silver paint, black and silver, different to what the back of the packaging says. So obviously they made some changes, so you can see on the back of the pack that the two black bits on the bottom are silver, and that's actually just a purely silver gun with that little black piece at the back. So they've obviously made a change there. I think the changes on this one are definitely for the better. I like the contrast between the silver and the black. It just feels a little bit more premium to me. So now let's bring in the other some other Transformers for a little bit of a size comparison. So there is Cliffjumper. So if we bring in Hound, who is another Deluxe figure, you can see, yeah, there's quite a substantial difference between them, even though they're both in the deluxe class. And then bring in Earthrise Voyager Prime there. Yeah, you can see there's quite a big difference there between the three. So that's how they look in the shelf, which I think is quite comic book accurate, and I think looks quite good. I think I've always said Hound. I actually believe I would like him a little bit bigger, but yeah, that's the size comparison between the three. Let's move these guys over to the side. So Cliffjumper, is he worth the price tag? I know some people have said that, you know, they can't believe we're paying this much money for such a small figure, when I think people were saying he should be a scout class or something. For me, I do believe he's worth the money. I do not regret picking this guy up whatsoever. Articulation wise, the accessories that this guy comes with, just the playability of this guy, posability, I think he's more than worth the money. I think he's fantastic, and I can't sing his praise enough. If he had an Autobot symbol on there, he'd be even better. That's my only gripe about the figure is that I wish he had an Autobot symbol on here. That's about it, really. So what do you guys think? Are you guys going to pick this guy up? Are you going to wait for the Bumblebee version? Do you think Bumblebee will just be the yellow version of this as normal, or do you think Bumblebee is so big now that he will get his own mold, his own car now, which may be a Beetle version, because obviously this is not a Beetle, so who knows. What are your feelings about this guy? Let me know down in the comments. Oh, of course, most of all, we obviously know now he probably makes it to season 2, but how far into season 2 do you think that Cliffjumper will make it before he dies? Because Cliffjumper's got to die, right? Cliffjumper has to die in an episode of Transformers, like Prime. Prime will die at some point, and Cliffjumper will die as well. So cheers guys, thank you very much for checking out my channel. Like, share, subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you very, very much for checking us out, and also make sure at this time that everybody's just staying safe and healthy. So guys, see you later, see you in the next one, bye.